It was a quiet afternoon in the forest. A simple little mouse was in search of something to eat. Suddenly, the ground was shaking. A roar was echoing through the trees. Before him, there was a huge lion. The mouse was paralyzed with fear. But luckily, the lion was only curious as he watched the tiny creature. The mouse was desperate to live and was begging to be spared, promising that he would be grateful forever. The lion was amused, but he was kind enough to let the mouse go. Little did he know that this moment was to be the one that changed the fate of them both.
It was a calm day in the forest. The lion rested under the shade of a big tree. Without noticing, the little mouse wandered too close and stepped on his paw. Suddenly, the lion opened his eyes and let out a roar so loud that the mouse froze in fear. The mighty king of the jungle trapped the tiny creature under his paw. "Who dares to wake me up?" the lion roared. Shaking, the mouse replied, "I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I didn't mean to bother you. If you let me go, I promise I'll repay your kindness one day." The lion stared at him for a few seconds, surprised by such bravery. Then, with a faint smile, he lifted his paw and let the mouse run free. The little one ran as fast as he could, while the lion watched him disappear among the trees, curious and somehow amused. Days later, the lion walked proudly through the forest. But suddenly, he fell into a trap left by hunters. A thick net caught him in mid-air, and no matter how much he roared and struggled, he couldn't break free. Time passed, and the great king of the jungle began to lose strength. It was then that, from afar, the little mouse heard the roar of despair. Without thinking twice, he ran toward the sound. When he arrived, he saw the lion trapped and began to gnaw at the ropes with all his might. The lion watched in silence, surprised and moved. Little by little, the ropes broke, until finally, the lion was free again. He looked at the little mouse and said with gratitude, "Now I understand. Even the smallest of friends can be the greatest of gifts." The sun was setting when we went our separate ways. The lion roared one last time, not out of power, but out of gratitude. The little mouse realized that life is full of twists and turns. A simple gesture can change destinies. And since that day, the forest has learned strength and kindness go hand in hand, because even the smallest of beings can do something great.